What is up, my psychopaths, sociopaths, and general citizens of business of the internet? How y'all doing today? I'm hoping each and every single one of you is doing well, and you will see me right now. Ah, Jesus. Alright, well, today I'm in an extra salty mood, given what's happened. Not a problem, Michael. Not a problem. Alright, so we're going to be going over a couple of things today. Well, we're going to be discussing a couple of things today. Just one, in general, I need to talk. I really want to talk about Twitter right now. And how Twitter is just a massive fucking artist pool. I'm not in a salty mood when you're not around. Actually, maybe that was a bit too harsh. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, first of all, let's get the love out of the way. What's up, Diconius? What's up, Michael? What's up, Mayor Amy? How are you doing today? What's up, Comp? Diconius is currently muted at the moment, so we can't talk to him. Hey, Blazer, what's up, man? Things with you? Alright. Ah, there's Diconius. Hey, Miles, how you doing today, man? Okay, so let me just shoot this over to Diconius, because this is one of the things that we're talking about, and I'm okay. Just funny, because this just ends up being all forms of autistic. Hey, James, how you doing today, man? Wait, JW. No, that isn't James the Lesser Express. Sorry, how you doing, JW? How you doing today? Oh, dude, well, I mean, there's one thing going to be related to Phil today, because it's just something that's even more hilarious, because it's really fucking stupid. And it just goes down to everything. Alright, so Diconius, how are you doing today, man?
Pretty good.
That's good to hear, man.
I kind of need to shave, but I was kind of too lazy to do it.
So do I, man. So do I. But then again, people seem to enjoy the glory that is my beard. I don't understand why. Alright, so, I mean, first thing, I think the first thing we should discuss out of the way is Phil, the DMCAs against Phil.
Or the fake DMCAs by the... I'm trying to think who that guy was.
The fake Twitter, yeah, and tried to get Phil's Twitter taken down, right?
Right. And saying that, like, his photo... Like, the photo that Phil uses on his Twitter is his own.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. There will be very few times. There'll be very few times where I will... Like, Phil was not... Let's be absolutely fair. Phil was not doing this for the right reasons. Like, he wasn't... Well, no, they didn't bow down to Phil. Like, here's the thing. Like, I'm surprised nobody saw this coming. And if you didn't see it coming, what the fuck? For the simple reason, like, these were false. These were fakes. These were false DMCAs for Phil's channel. For Phil's Twitter. So, well, Darkonis has got an icy drink. I'm jealous.
So just so I'm clear, was the guy doing it on Phil's behalf, possibly?
I don't think he was doing it on Phil's behalf, because if they were doing it on Phil's behalf, they wouldn't... I honestly genuinely think Phil would not have blasted them on Twitter the way that he did. Like, I think he was doing it for publicity, like, to look like the good guy. Like, he was doing this to look like the good guy, but he was taking advantage of a situation that was not a part of him. Like, he didn't start this, but he decided to take advantage of the situation. And then then they went after him, and again, he got taken down, but, like...
Temporarily.
Yeah, and to be honest, it shouldn't be a surprise that he got it back, because again, they were fake. Like, they were not true takedowns.
And then the backup Twitter he made, I believe that was also fake too.
I'm not sure about that. Was
Because he, he had made a backup Twitter in case his actual one got taken down, unless that was fake.
I think that one was real.
Okay.
I think that one might have been real. But again, like I said, it's just... They shouldn't have come as a surprise to nobody. Like, there's just... I'm just going through... I'm in our favorite place on the internet, Kiwi Farms, right now. Yeah, the backup Twitter was real. Yeah, well, I had a feeling it was real. But like I said, like, it shouldn't have... Yeah, here's the... Hold on. Yeah, good. Hold on, I got the... Give me a second, let me just put this in, because I'll bring this up on... I'll bring this up right now on stream. Second.
So let's see. Michael says Twitter just implemented a feature where you can tweet something but only allow certain people to reply.
Yeah, so hold on, give me a second. This was on Kiwi Farms. This is what I found on Kiwi. So yeah, DMCA takedown notice, copyright owner Phil Barnell, name Phil Barnell, company DSP Gaming, job title live streamer, email. Hey yo, that is not Phil's email, because I think even that was commented on, that unless Phil has a
Backup?
Yeah, unless Phil has an alternate email, it looks like a fanboy falsely reporting as him.
Yeah, Phil's never mentioned that he has a second email, just the Hotmail.
Yeah, and that one's a Gmail.
So I've always said Phil needs a Gmail because Hotmail's outdated.
Hey, motherfucker, I still got Hotmail.
Yeah, I guess to each their own, but
yeah, like I said, even because like these were going to get sorted out. It wasn't. I don't think Phil had anything to do with this, but he just took advantage of a situation that had his name attached to it, basically. And Phil lost his, if I remember correctly, Phil lost his Twitter. Like, that got taken down, but then given right back. Again, this shouldn't be to the surprise of anybody, because, again, it was all under pretense. It was under false pretenses and fake DMCAs. So, I mean, it shouldn't... It shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. But I know DSP Archives, did DSP Archives finally get his back?
Gonna
look, DSP Archives. Don't see it. Second. I think I saw a video explaining that. Well, I just wanted to talk about it regardless, because we're going to be going over the autism that is Twitter today. As well as the hilarity that is Twitter. Because I also just want to go over the... If I can find some of them, I want to go over some of this recent funny shit that was being said about Ruby Rose leaving Batwoman. Fucking hilarious.
That show was a dumpster fire anyway.
Yeah. But it's just kind of funny how some people on it. And how some people are just heartbroken over that dumpster fire. Second.
Well, I mean, with you just saying that, I'm like, that show had fans? Wow.
I know, right? It's absolutely fucking hilarious. Yeah, I did put in DS Archive. SP Yeah, DSP Archives Twitter. Actually, it doesn't look like he. No, it doesn't look like. Yeah, it's still a suspended account. So DSP Archives hasn't got his Twitter back, but I think no. And that's some old bullshit.
Yeah, it's still suspended. That's what I see.
Why is someone following me on Instagram? I'm barely on Instagram. What the fuck?
No, I could be wrong. Is DSP Archives?
Someone. Sorry, no, someone I raided. I raided their channel. They messaged me on Instagram thanking me. The fuck? I don't. Jesus Christ! How the hell did he find my Instagram? I barely fucking promote it.
I don't think you promote it. Period.
No, like I got like 3 photos on there. That's it. Sorry for the sidetrack there. That's just kind of funny to me.
No, I could be wrong, but isn't DSP Archives Dragon?
What, Dragon Slayer Vlogs?
Yeah, or am I thinking of somebody else?
You're thinking about someone else.
Okay.
I don't think that isn't Dragon Slayer Vlogs. Fuck, if he shows up in chat, you can ask him directly, but that isn't him. I'm pretty fucking sure. But yeah, I mean, it's... Again, here's the problem. Here's my speculation right now. Here's my wild theory out there about this right now. I don't think... Let's get this off screen because we're going to be talking about that in a minute. I don't think this is a fan of Phil's. Conspiracy theory, Dragon Slayer equals DSP Archives. Here's my thing. There's a reason why I don't think that the person doing all this copyright stuff was a fan of DSP. Because, for one, if this was a fan of DSP, I honestly think Phil would have tried to bury this like a motherfucker. Because he wouldn't want to be associated with this. He would have buried it like a motherfucker. He wouldn't have tried to... Because if it comes back that it really is a fan of his, and I don't know if there is any. I don't know if there is any evidence that this is a fan of Phil's. If this comes back that it is a fan of Phil's, this is something that can be used against Phil. And Phil doesn't want anything to do with that. So he would have buried this faster than The Undertaker buries people in a fucking Buried Alive match. He would have...
fast? Yeah. You mean faster than he buried John Cena?
Yes, he would have buried this faster than Triple H buried the entire Raw locker room. Right? He would have buried this. But the fact that he came out and pretty much tried to come off as the good guy in this says that he has no strings to this and wanted to come off as the good guy. Not only that... Go on.
Like, my thing is, I don't think it's a detractor per se. I think it's just somebody random.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, I don't know if it's somebody random. Like, honestly, again, this is wild speculation time. Wild speculation time. We'll get onto that in I'll talk about that in a second, JW. I don't mind talking about that. I like talking about conversations you guys bring up. No, for me, I honestly think there's 1 or 2 possibilities. This is just it's too niche for it to be someone random. Do you know what I mean? Like, this person knew exactly who to go after, how to go after them, and to call on, and to basically just at Phil in this whole thing. Like, as much as Phil likes to think he's Mr. Big on the internet, because, I mean, physically he isn't even Mr. Big. I mean, for fuck's sake, Wings outweighs him like a motherfucker. Right? I honestly believe this was somebody with intimate knowledge. But, like I said...
Like one of his former pay pigs?
Maybe a former pay pig or a detractor. Just hoping... Because here's the thing. For this to happen shortly after the whole bankruptcy thing all wrapped up... Again, conspiracy mind, I will fully fucking admit that. Conspiracy mind, there is way too much of a coincidence right there. Like, way too much of a coincidence. That all of this happens... the moment or shortly after the bankruptcy thing is all fucking flushed away, Phil tries to take advantage and come off like a good guy and doesn't try and bury it. and the fact that this guy knew, and the fact that this dude who did all these DMCA takedowns knew exactly who to go after. Like, he went after some of the bigger Twitter ones. Like, as far as, like, archiving a lot of Phil's shit. Like, I don't think LSB, I don't think Tevin was thing, but they don't talk about Phil, like, constantly. Like, their feed isn't mainly Phil. What DSP archives is mainly Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they went after someone... Now, here's the thing as well. I think it was also... I wouldn't say... I don't want to give this motherfucker too much credit, but it's almost smart that they went they went after the DSP archive and they didn't go after, like, a Tevin or an LSB, because... Honestly, I think the absolute shitstorm that would have probably followed that would have been bigger than it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's not me trying to understate the DSP archives. I'm really not. But I'm pretty sure Tevin has a bigger presence on Twitter at the moment. I'm pretty sure. So it's just all real suspect for me. And also, like, another thing that also kind of just jumps out at me is how quickly this dude turned around and tried to bite the hand that fed. Like, if this was a DSP fan, how quickly he turned on fucking Phil was faster than fucking Big Show turns heel on wrestling. Like, seriously. The Big Show only wishes he could turn on somebody that quickly. Only like 2 people are gonna get that fucking reference. Disgruntled SOK member. But why? Like the SOK is like I at this point there's no point in pissing on the SOK gravestone at this point any longer. Like, that motherfucker is unrecognizable. So, like, why the fuck why would a disgruntled fucking SOK member come back and do that? Like, some of them are off doing their own shit, others are just not dealing with this shit anymore. And Fred Fuchs has been gone for so long, I can pretty much fucking declare him dead.
I mean, weirder stuff's happened, but I mean, I don't know if this will play out any more than it already has.
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me either way if this is the beginning of something else, or if this is this is it.
I mean, I think it's one of two things. It's either a pay pig wanting to get payback, or 2, detractor gone too far because Phil won, and I'm putting that in quotations.
Yeah, like that would be my only. As far as, like, I agree with that. As far as, like, a detractor thing, if it is a detractor, like, that's my only thought of motivation, is that it is because Phil, again, quote unquote. Yeah, there we go. Again, I know for a fact that it's got to be OBS or Twitch. Sorry, I know it's got to be either OBS or YouTube, because I'm still able to talk to you and talk to them while the stream goes down right into the red. Because the bitrate on OBS just goes from like 4,300 just like fucking 0. So I know for a fact that it's got to be. I know for a fact that's got to be OBS that does that. Why would it be a detractor though? He was originally taken down by detractor vids. I feel is most likely a pay pig. Like I said, I am just throwing out wild speculation, but here's the thing. The reason why I'm even entertaining the idea that it's a detractor is because, again, he did quote unquote win his bankruptcy case. Like, a lot of people were
thinking that he lose. And
a lot of people did spurg the fuck out that he did win, and oh my god, I'm gonna lead the detractor community and shit. Like, there is 2 kinds of firsts. There's a first for sex and there's a first for drama. They're those kind of thirsty motherfuckers. They just need it. They need it. But like I said, it is just speculation at this point. I just find it highly unlikely that it is a current pay pig of Phil. Because like I said, if it got back again, like I stated earlier, in my opinion, Phil is smart enough in a sense that if it was one of his current pay pigs, a fan of his, he would try and bury it. Because if it got back that this person was a current pay pig of Phil, this would be ammunition that could be used to say that, oh, you give the detractors shit for apparently conveying in gay ops, yet your own fans commit gay ops in your name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, believe me, David, I do. That's why, literally, the only way I can make bigger quotation marks is with my fucking forearms.
It's kind of why I'm leaning towards a former pay pig with, I don't know, some sort of edgy vendetta, because most of the detractor community kind of just said, okay, he won his bankruptcy case, man, he's still he's still screwed.
Yeah. Why is it called gay ops? I don't know. I actually don't know why. Because they're happy to be pulling those kind of ops? I don't know. I don't know. I just call it mass retardation. I could call it mass retardation. Or retarded ops. Or R-ops, there we go, they're R-ops. Retarded ops. They're now officially R-ops. Or retarded operations. And then again, that also describes Phil's entire business at this point, considering... Oh, dude, he's screwed. He's screwed for fucking. He's screwed for the next 10 years.
So if we can consider begging a business, does that mean that every hobo that you see like on the street is now a business?
Yep. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm really surprised Phil hasn't tried to fucking file as a charity, because he is pretty much a fucking charity case at this point.
Oh, I've actually seen the those celebrity videos.
You know, we're gonna watch this right the fuck now. I have yet to see this, and I've heard mixed things about this. I need to see this. Because I know
two of them I know are like Andy Dick and Chris Hansen.
I only know of one. I know the Chris Hansen one was paid for, which is fucking stupid. I know of one that seemed to be genuine and was fucking... And this one was genuinely hilarious, and we're going to watch it right now. Give me a second.
We just need to get Ric Flair on the train.
Well, I mean, we already got a wrestler on the train. Because it was Adam Cole. No, I don't think the Adam Cole one was paid for. I'm not entirely sure. Give me a second. Let me, Give me a second, because I know, who was it? Had it.
Let's see, David. He still has the foreclosure taxes, and I know it's unlikely, but they can reopen the case at any point. That is true.
There is still that possibility. We've talked about that before. Like, we've gone over that before and talked about it. Give me a second. There it is. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to watch it through my side, because, so
that's fine.
Because I can't do this one through.
That's fine.
So many fucking windows, it's unbelievable. Actually, it's actually not funny how many fucking windows I have open. Like, how many, not even necessarily windows, but things open. Alright, let's get under at this. Second, because this is going to be... hopefully this is it in its entirety. So, for anybody who doesn't know, this is Adam Cole, current NXT wrestler for the WWE. And I think he's in a live stream with Cesaro and Xavier Woods.
Right. Definitely stream sniping.
Stream sniping. The camera's. That's because the camera's on.
I'm sure the camera's on.
That's because the camera's on.
It's a camera.
And guess what? The camera's been on the whole time. What was that?
If we kill our gameplay this round to see if we win.
Right. Right.
Hide screen, see if we win.
Yeah.
Nah, whatever.
Just webcams. Just
Yeah.
strictly webcams.
Yeah, just put your faces.
I don't know.
Like-
Right.
Definitely stream sniping.
Stream sniping. The camera's. That's because the camera's on.
I'm sure the camera's on.
That's because the camera's on.
It's a camera.
And guess what? The camera's been on the whole time. What was that?
I don't know if that was paid. I don't see any chat. Hold on, give me a second. Because there's chat right here. See.
Right.
Yeah, Game Grumps have mentioned Phil.
Stream sniping.
Stream sniping. The camera's. That's because the camera's
They
on.
watched the stream for
The
sure.
camera's on.
That's because the camera's on.
It's a camera.
And guess what? The camera's been on the whole time.
Like, I'm not seeing anything.
Play this round to see if we win.
Like, I don't know if this was paid for. I don't know if that was paid for. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
It's hard to tell if it was paid for. I mean, I don't think it was.
Like the reason why, and here's the thing, the reason why I don't think that was paid for is for the fact that they react. Not only did Adam Cole react to it, but so did, I think that was. Hold on, give me a sec.
Definitely stream sniping.
Stream sniping. The camera's. That's because the camera's on.
I'm sure the camera's on.
So let's see. David asks,
Someone else is
You-
reacting to that. Someone else is reacting to that as well.
The camera's on.
It's a camera.
And guess what? The camera's been on the
so
whole time.
real quick, David wants to ask you, which celeb would you want to see roast Phil?
None, because I don't want to give him any more fucking publicity. I think this is, honestly, as funny as that might be, it's all fucking stupid. Like, why pay a... Like, why the fuck? Seriously, why the fuck pay a celebrity just to bring up Phil? Unless you're going to be bringing him up in a capacity of genuine conversation and you're not just trying to get that person to just say Phil's name, like, then no, it's fucking stupid, and Spark is right, it's counter fucking productive.
And it gives Phil more ammunition to say, hey, these people are bullying me.
And it gives him clout. Like, whether it's good or bad, it gives Phil clout to turn around and say, oh, this celebrity knows who I am. Like, he gets to turn around and say, sorry, I'm just going to take my headphones off for a second, there, Chloe. It gives Phil ammunition to turn around and say, oh, like, for example, Phil's a big, giant fucking wrestling fan. Oh, Adam Cole knows who I am. Like, what the fuck? If that really was paid for, like, that's something that Phil can turn around and say, oh, Adam Cole knows who I am. Because Phil is good with his own audience in the uneducated. Phil is good at spinning shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got my wrong fucking headphones on. Give me a second.
And as they tell you, whether it's good or it's bad, publicity is always,
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad. As long as people are talking about you, that's what you want.
Yeah, like it's only when it reaches the extremes that some publicity can be bad. Like yeah, bad publicity is still good publicity in some regards until you reach like the absolute fucking extreme of it.
Like Trump levels?
I was gonna say more Columbine extremes. Like, they clearly did it to become infamous, and they kind of did become infamous and shit, you know what I mean? Like that honestly, and people just tend to forget who they are. And in fact, news outlets are starting to stop mentioning the names of shooters like that. So again, it's they wanted publicity. They didn't really get it the way that they wanted because they're not getting it. That's kind of what I'm saying. That once you reach that extreme, that eventually it just doesn't become publicity anymore. Philly's only around because people still talk about him. No, that's not true, Miles. That's not true. Like that, we have reached that point right now where that is not true. I would say if all detractors just stopped talking about Phil, he would eventually go away, but he'd make I'd say he'd still make money. He wouldn't make as much as he is right now, but he'd be making money uninterrupted, if that makes sense. But then again, it also comes down to a case of you give a person any length of rope, they'll find a way to hang themselves.
I mean, even Amy brings up a good point. It's Twitch and YouTube protecting him.
I'd say Twitch protecting him, yes. YouTube, again, I don't think he has that amount of clout on YouTube anymore.
But just think of the amount of stuff he's done, and yet he's never been banned.
Oh yeah, totally. But I would say that's past Phil. I would say that's definitely past Phil, not current Phil.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was. Honestly, I wasn't really paying much attention around that time. Phil lost Twitch. I feel he would be fucked if only. No, here's the thing. If Phil lost Twitch, he'd go straight to YouTube. I genuinely think, because he's got the subscribers to be able to turn around and say we're migrating, and the fact that he could obviously open up super chats.
You don't think he'd go to Mixer?
No, fuck no. No, he would not go to Mixer. Honestly, Miles, after all the shit I've been going through, Twitch has been my fucking safe haven, given what YouTube's been doing. Like, if I was to pick YouTube over Twitch, I'd pick Twitch. Not gonna lie. Because at least Twitch will give you warning if they're gonna take down your fucking stream. Unless you do something really abhorrent like flash your pussy on stream, but even then they don't do it. Oh, well, I mean, they don't take it down. But YouTube, they'll just kill your fucking stream with no fucking explanation other than you've violated community guidelines.
Or warning either, I mean...
No warning.
Like, I can't count the amount of time... I mean, I can probably count the amount of times on one hand, at least, that I've been watching your streams, and it's like, oh, community guidelines strike? Oh, wait.
I can count them.
What the hell happened?
7 times. 7 times in the last 2 months. Probably about 2.5 months.
I think the first time was Animal Crossing when you were pretty much rapping your ass off.
Pretty much, yes. I think that was either the first or second time, yes. But yeah. Love how we've gone around this. I love how we've gone from the first subject to now just talking about how Phil... how we shouldn't be getting celebrities to talk about Phil. I mean, for fuck's sake, where does the line end? I mean, we're now inadvertently giving Phil more publicity. We're turning into you know what this is? People are turning into Phil's fucking PR. Oh, I want to see Phil humbled. Like, I'm gonna quote the Iron Sheik. I want to break his back and make him humble. Anyway, not literally break his back, but figuratively. But
well,
no.
His back's already broken.
Yeah, his back's already... Yeah. Oh, we've already gotten the broken back part, so we just need to make him humble. But no, like, seriously, people who are doing this are just basically now Phil's PR department.
Another good point, David. He says, I don't understand why Twitch puts up with them. He literally constantly tries to cut them out by asking for tips only and activity by telling people to chip, not cheer.
Because they still add revenue.
So Twitch would still get a cut even if people don't cheer?
Yeah, because he's still got a affiliation, doesn't he?
Okay.
And plus, here's the thing: they also get the cut out of the subs.
That's right.
They get the cuts out of the subs, and they get cuts off of to ad revenue. So it's easy why they put it with him. Simple.
I think if I want to scroll back up a minute, let's see. Comp had said, I still don't get why people make this how you don't place on Phil nowadays.
I can think of one reason, and it's the same reason why I watch them, but not just of Phil, but of Game Grumps as well and Spoonie, because it's funny watching a motherfucker who has claimed for the longest time he can be great at video games fail absolutely dramatically. And here's the funny thing. So, you guys obviously saw my Devil May Cry 3 Let's Survive. Someone commented, I made the comment that my strategy for dealing with Cerberus... caramel cup of tea. Beautiful. Someone commented. Now keep in mind, I even mentioned that it's been years since I played Devil May Cry 3. I commented during the Cerberus fight that how I face Cerberus is I use the guns to break off the ice on Cerberus's heads and then attack him. Someone actually commented that that's actually the intended way to do it. That's how you're supposed to do that fight. So me, having not played Devil May Cry in absolutely fucking years, can remember that with my shit memory, but Phil can't pick up on that while playing the game at that very moment. Like I got the memory like a fucking goldfish with a fucking sieve in its brain when it comes to old shit like that. But I could figure that out while Phil is playing the game and still couldn't figure it out. That's why I find it entertaining sometimes to watch Phil, because it's just so funny seeing a grown-ass man just absolutely fail at a video game. The depression comes in is when he starts getting the massive fucking tips for playing such games so retardedly. Or hiding in bathrooms. And I agree. Why do you think that I go back and watch older They Say You Don't plays? Because at least there's something to grab it. There's at least something to do it. I think one of the problems, and this is something I have mentioned, so I'm being very consistent with this, and it's across the board. It's not picking on just one person, even though someone's gonna fucking say the name, and I will, and I reprimand you for doing so ahead of time. The problem is when the modern This Is How You Don't plays don't cut the fat. They keep a lot of the fat in. And I'm not just talking about Phil's weight. Like, the boring, dead air, literally nothing fucking going on gameplay, they keep it in the This Is How You Don't plays.
That make it like 7 hours.
Or 20.
Like, either Phil screws up that much, or that's certain This Is How You Don't players trying to kill us all.
I say this right now. Well, it's just the outsider you're talking about. I'm not throwing shade at the outsider. I don't know the man personally. I'm sure he's a fucking sweetheart. But it's just a commonality thing. I mean, for God fucking sake, Josta himself has already turned around and said that the Doom 2 This Is How You Don't play is going over 3 fucking hours long. How? Like, I'm sorry, but if you're This Is How You... I even proved this fucking point. I was able to complete Mario 64 faster than the fucking video of Mario 64 was. Up to 4. Ah, there's the man himself. 4 fucking hours. How?
Is there that much content, Joster?
Like, there's either that much content or that much fucking dead air. And I'm sorry, if you're like, it just honestly, it's my opinion, and like an asshole, everybody's got an opinion, but. Like, if your goddamn This Say You Don't play comes up to about half the fucking length of the actual Let's Play, what the fuck? How is it 4 hours? I'd say that's one of the problems that's coming out with This Say You Don't plays. No offense to present company.
That they're too long?
Not even necessarily that they're too long, they just don't cut the fat. Oh no, I have respect to anybody who can deal with that amount, who can honestly sit through and deal with that amount of bullshit. Because I mean, I'll turn around and say it. Like the give me a second. Let me actually look up the length. Giggity. Give me a second, because there's another point I want to make.
Like, it took us, what, over at least 2 weeks to get through the entirety of every Dark Souls game?
Pretty much. Give me a second, because there's also a point I want to make. Because this is also a poignant point to make. Right. Just as This Is How You Don't Play Mortal Kombat 11 story was nearly 2 hours long. That's perfectly fine in my opinion. The reason why that is perfectly fine is because he interjected funny comedy to it. Like, there was skits, there was a sense of pacing, there was a sense of funny to it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
Like, his Mortal Kombat 9 story mode one was 2 hours 7 minutes. But it just feels like the how do I explain this? It feels like there's not the comedy is gone out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Like, there was the kind of this moment where, and I'll honestly bring up Secret, honestly. Like, I'll kind of bring up Secret Life for a moment to give an example. Like, we had this, and I know it is unfair to comment on something that took ages to do, as opposed to people who obviously bring out ones that are pretty quick. With Josta being that one exception as well, considering like he puts effort in, but that's the point. Like, then I feel like aside from having to put up with Phil's bullshit, there needs to be a semblance of the creator's own touch to it. And again, I'll throw Josta his dues. The ending of Mortal Kombat 11 was masterful. It was fucking beautiful with like Phil seeing Howard and making up in an alternate timeline and shit. That was masterful. But he also added in his own things, like as much as we cringe and make fun of him for it, the whole Melina thirst. That was innately Josta. Like, there's a sense of the editor in the fucking edit. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Like, you've got to be able to have your own thing that sets you apart from other creators.
And not just that, but also makes you better than Phil. Like, if you, and again, like I say, I'm not throwing shade, because some of Outsiders have been good. Like, I did enjoy his Resident Evil 2 one. As much as I did say I think it was a little long, it was good. Like, you don't want to fall into the philisms of editing. Like, you don't want to do the bare minimum. You want to make each This Is How You Don't Play something that stands out above and beyond Phil. You want to transform Phil's work into something that is actually palatable. Like, yes, highlight that Phil is shit, but also have fun with it. It feels like the fun has gone. Like,
alright, Comp asks, are you just mentioning that because This Is How You Don't Play because you're in it?
No. Wait, that was the one I was... No, I genuinely forgot I was in that one. I thought it was 10 I was in. Alright. Honestly, I forgot which one I'm in. That's no thing to just. I genuinely forgot which one I was in.
I know you're in Jump Force.
Oh, I know I was in Jump Force. That's because Memology asked to put me in.
It was MK11.
Okay, so it was MK11. Okay, I thought it was 9. Melina low-key hot with the mask covering her teeth, those eyes with that body. Oof. God damn it, the thirst is spreading. It's like a virus. It just spreads.
Like, okay, in your opinion, how long is too long? Like, over 3 hours, over 4 hours?
I would say, right, now, this is honestly one of those things where it is dependent on the game.
So, like, Death Stranding, for example.
Death Stranding, I would say minimum 4 hours, but that also comes down to how much is that is just Phil walking and saying nothing?
Because I believe we watched Dragons, and Dragons was what, 2.5?
About, yeah.
Maybe almost 3. Yeah.
Yeah, like, give me a second, like, and like I said, I did enjoy it, but I will go to... I will go to the Outsiders RE2, because I think, what was that, like, fucking... Yeah, that, okay, this is a good example, in my opinion. And even, like I say, even though I liked it, this is a good example. The Outsiders, this Say You Don't Play, Resident Evil 2,
5
was
hours.
5 hours,
minutes.
37 minutes. That is 2 hours too long. That is, in my opinion, 2 hours too long. And you could compensate. You can compensate some of that stuff that you might have left on the cutting room floor with clever edits or clever skits. Aside from the obvious, it's gonna give it to you.
Whereas there's one, let's see, hold on, I'm looking through it right here. There's one by a guy named Cactus that's 4.5 hours.
I'd still say that's an hour too long, but I don't know how much of himself he's injected in.
Like, I think a bad This Is How You Don't Play is one with all like the known tropes that you copy from other people.
See, here's the thing: there is a difference between an institutionalized gag and just straight up ripping someone off. So, if someone was to randomly just start, if someone was to make for the okay, I'll use a hypothetical for this. Oh really from Doom 3. Like, that and the Arnold no shit. That is an institutionalized gag at this point with this Say You Don't Plays. Like, I feel like that's free reign for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
Or I'm trying to think. It's the one where the guy's yelling wrong. I think that's Lex. I think that's Lex Luthor, maybe?
What is this? Wrong, yes, that's Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor, Superman Returns.
Okay.
But, if someone was to just, I'll use a hypothetical, MK Aftermath, when that DLC comes out and Phil does the story, because I know he's going to. If another random This Say You Don't Play creator suddenly starts putting in a bunch of Melina first, you are basically ripping off Josta there. That is blatant rip. That is a blatant rip off. If they do it in the exact same way, like that, I feel is. Come on, dude, be creative. Be creative. Come on with your own thing.
Like, I just watched the WWE 2K21, and that's not even an hour because he basically quit the game.
Yeah, that's an unfair one because, like you said, he bitch quit the game. But
because The Rock kept throwing him out.
Yeah. But yeah, like there just needs to be a sense of fun to name it. It's one of the. I would say. I wish Dragon was here because I could get his opinion on, like, and because obviously he's been doing highlights for me, and we obviously all saw the Resident Evil 3 one last week. Wait, was it last week? No, was it Wednesday? I can't remember. Fuck me, my brain.
It was RE3. Yes, I believe it was Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, Wednesday. Like, he was being creative with his edits and gags in that as well as showing my own fuck ups. Like, he was being creative, especially with the especially when Nemesis burst out the fucking water and it yelled, "I'm back!" Like, there's a sense of fun there. Like, there's a sense of a gag there, if that makes sense. That's the kind of stuff that honestly we need to see in this Say Don't Plays. There needs to, if anything, I don't make them. I should be brutally fucking honest here. I'm just giving the opinion of an outsider and someone who edits his own shit as well.
All right.
As far as Phil, I'll get to that in a second. As far as this Say You Don't Plays, I feel like my approach personally to it would be highlight the shit, but then start taking the approach of making it a gag reel. Like,
maybe 2.5 hours most.
Like I said, it all depends on the game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I approach it. I'd highlight the shit, but then I'd start making a gag reel out of it. Like, get all of my ducks in a row, and then look at it and think, how the fuck can I make this hilarious? Like, just aside from Phil being an absolute fuck up, how can I enhance the comedy here?
Like, both hilarious, but also tolerable for your audience.
You know what? I'll even give I'll give like the most superb example of this I can give. In my opinion, and like I said, it's all dependent on the person who's editing, because we all have our different levels of skill, and I'll admit I'm mediocre at best. The fucking Tetris 99 by Ludwig World Order is still one of my favorite fucking videos of all time. Holy shit, that was fucking hilarious. And if nobody has seen it, we will sit down and we will watch it, because it is fucking hilarious. And you'll kind of get... In fact, you know what? I'm sure Ludwig wouldn't mind. We'll get to questions in a second. I do apologize. We'll literally watch this right now. And I'm sure this will start giving you you guys an idea of kind of where I'm coming from as well. When I say that you need to highlight the shit, but you also need to think of it as a gag reel. So, hold on. WO.
So sort of like deleted scenes in a way.
Kind of. But give me a second. I've just brought it up. Here we go. Alright, here we go.
Well, I've already fucked up. Yeah, I did.
Tetris 99.
That's not where I wanted, and now I fucking... What the fuck? How did I even lose? I didn't make any mistakes.
Oh God, really?
Try again. Yeah, I don't understand. Fuck, forget it. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on. 64th. Very fast paced. Like right now. Didn't even explain anything. Nice. Oh, that's good shit. Oh, I completely fucked myself. Ah!
So do you see what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Like, just in this 38 seconds, Ludwig is doing something fucking hilarious here. Not only is he highlighting the shit, he's turned it on its head and made it a gag reel. He's basically made it a fucking behind-the-scenes gag reel of sorts, like America's Funniest Home Video shit. Phil's words on what he's saying are synced up to the fucking music to the T. Every time Phil dies, you get the "you died." Like this is what I'm talking about.
First. Ah! Fast-paced action. Let's play again. Play again. I have to do it. I had to do it. Now I'm fucking up. I'm fucking up bad, man. Oh, fucking shit. No! 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 Oh! Wow, I'm already getting attacked like crazy. Motherfucker! No! No! Already done! Wow, I got destroyed. Okay, no! I'm done. Phil, you make me angry, Phil! No!
Fucking sleazy asshole.
Oh, man.
You shut the fuck up.
Wow, what the fuck? Wow, what the fuck? Look at this. Boom! Look at this! Boom! Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here.
Jimmy two times.
I said, get that shit the fuck out of here, boy! Boy! We're going.
Oh fuck, that always gets me. That's it.
Two times.
I said, get that shit the fuck out of here, boy! Boy!
Klansman Phil. Oh, Jesus. That shit always gets me. But this is what I'm talking about. It's highlighting the shit, but making it fucking hilarious. Fuck. Alright, I'm not gonna completely rip off LWO. I'm just trying to like highlight what I'm trying to say with a visual aid. Fuck. Oh Jesus. But yeah, I mean, as a closing thing for that, does have I made any sense with my rambling? I'm curious.
To me, yes.
Like, here's the thing, Comp. You turn around and say you're shit at editing, but, like, you for one, you could learn, and two, dude, I put in some, I try and put in some funny gags with the limited software that I've got. I don't even use Vegas Pro. Like, give me a second. I'll show you an example of, like, when I throw in gags myself. I love how this has gone from Twitter just to general fucking talking. But I love these podcasts where we can just talk shit. Fucking brilliant. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find that the example of what I'm talking about. This is from my fuck's sake, what was I playing? Oh, World War Z. This is when I was playing World War Z with I think it was Yuri, Vector, and I don't think it was Snow. Fuck me. I feel so awful because I've forgotten who the fuck I was playing with. I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible human being. Everybody throw stones at me. Because I'm so fucking awful. Fuck me. Fuck me. Ah, there it is. Found it. Hold on. Like, seriously. Give me a second. There you go. So this is just a small little gag that I put together.
Gun over here.
Oh, that's mine, that's mine. That's mine. Mine.
And what are you guys doing?
Simplistic. It's simplistic editing. I don't know why the fuck the quality is so bad. I really don't. But, like, it's just unintentional comedy that you can just fucking throw in.
Oh, that's mine, that's mine. That's mine. Mine.
And what are you guys doing?
Oh, stop throwing stones at me. Like, it's simplistic shit like that that I feel is sometimes missing from this Is How You Don't Plays. Again, I'm just giving my opinion. People can make this Say You Don't Plays how they want. Like, I'm still gonna fucking watch that shit. Except this Say You Don't Play Paper Mario. Again, I'm still holding true to the fact that you're gonna have to fucking pay me to watch that shit. 20 fucking hours. Are you fucking mad? Fuck. But yeah, so I mean that's my closing statements. I've been talking long enough. Diclonius, have you got anything you want to throw on the subject?
Nope.
Nope. just straight nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Throwing that Dean Ambrose? Nope.
Nope. No, we need engineer just to waddle by the screen, raise his neck and say, nope. What hours? Alright, you said there was a couple of questions. Do you wanna scroll through and see if you can find them?
Let's see, I'm about to scroll up.
Yes! This is, and I to be honest, this thing, I throw shade at him, but I hope Comp knows that I actually do like him. I genuinely do. But he made a 20-hour This Is How You Don't Play of the Game Grumps playing Paper Mario. And I said, and I'm being very consistent on saying he or a collective would need to fucking pay me to sit through that. That's at least another month of videos.
The one I see is from Michael, and he asks, "What is the worst This Is How You Don't Play you've ever seen?"
Are we talking purely from a made standpoint, or are we talking from a Phil standpoint?
He didn't specify.
Michael, could you
retype the question?
Yeah. Could you be more specific? Are you talking from a creative made standpoint, or are you talking from just Phil being so fucking trash standpoint?
Or both.
God, if it's both, I'll be here forever.
Comp says, I still stand by that deserved to be at least 10 hours.
You know what? I will. It's an RPG. It's an RPG, so, you know, I will turn around and say, maybe I could stand by 10 hours. 20 hours? Fuck me, bro. Fuck me. In fact,
But 10 hours for one
you're intentionally trying to fuck me with that.
Like 10 hours for one part, though. That's one part. Okay, he says he's talking about Phil's overall gaming skills.
Phil's overall gaming skills, right? Well, okay, I'm gonna name names, but I'm just gonna this kind of also rolls back onto what I was saying as far as like a general made standpoint. Was if I was gonna say this is how you don't play it, that I wouldn't say was poorly made, but kind of loops back onto actually no, that wasn't, how the fuck did that end up? Okay, no, I'm hallucinating. Phil's overall gaming skills. You know what? Controversial decision. I would say Jump Force. Like, it's a shit game. Like, well and fucking truly. But Phil made no attempt to try and like improve. Aside from that, L.A. Noire is right the fuck up there. Like, L.A. Noire is right the fuck up there with like his worst. Like, as far as worst comedy, worst timing.
Wait,
Jesus.
which version? The
Both.
original? Or, okay, both.
Both.
Okay.
Like, for God's sake, he got worse. How do you get worse after playing a game already?
I have to agree with Ali Noir, but I think another one that, as far as Phil's personality-wise, and we both know where I'm going here, Persona 5.
Yeah, I would definitely say he himself ruined that game, and his fans ruined that. I would still turn around and say I think my Persona 5 Let's Survives are honestly some of my best, but also has one of my best fucking thumbnails of all time.
That's right, David. Ali Noir where Phil failed a tutorial.
Exactly. There's my point. There goes my point. How do you fail a tutorial? Ask Phil. Like, there are some tutorials that it is easy to fail because obviously they literally throw you right in there with nothing but your fucking skivvies on. But like, some tutorials, how do you fail? Especially when it literally tells you, like L.A. Noire. Good day to you. How are you keeping? I am doing well, Evan. Talking. But no, seriously, I just to toot my own fucking horn, I still say Persona 5 Part 2. The Let's Survive, I'd still say that's one of my best thumbnails I've ever fucking made.
I should go back from time and watch that. Just to see you get so pissed off that you walk out.
Wait, isn't that the one that Justin I am very curious. Real fucking question, Joster. How many videos of my reactions have you got in a folder? I'm very curious. I would say, yeah, like L.A. Noire is definitely up there as far as like the worst he's ever done. Like, the consistency of fail on that is incredible. Now, if we're talking prolonged over a series, the new fucking champion of that is Assassin's Creed. Like, it's you know what? It is one of those things where I think back on it and I realize that this shows Phil's incompetency to never learn from previous entries in a video game. And it's a good thing I did actually watch them as a marathon, because there is so many things that Phil should have learned by at least Brotherhood. I'll even give him leniency and say by Revelations that he should have known by Syndicate, and he never fucking did.
I mean, just imagine if we had to watch the first one or even Chronicles.
I don't think there's a rope long enough for me to hang myself with that one.
Or Origins, too.
Oh no, I just imagine a lot of internal racism and nail biting. The worst playthrough I've ever seen from Phil is the Game of Life. that ain't a game, motherfucker. That's life. Honestly, I only have a few because I don't want to pick the one that's just right. I'm fucking sure you do. It's just gonna be eventually. There's just gonna be a highlight reel. I'll look on Justice's page, and there'll just be a highlight reel of fucking Dark Knight Dante's reactions. There's just a reaction for every single fucking every single scenario. This is angry Dante. This is happy Dante. This is sad Dante.
This is pissed off Dante walks out Dante.
This is enraged Dante. This is drunk Dante. It's just burp reactions. Of fucking course it is.
Oh jeez.
Will I ever do a Let's Survive with Sleeping Dogs? It is on the list. It is on the list. It's just a case of just getting to them because there's so many, and sometimes some just fit in better than others. And honestly, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to do Devil May Cry immediately after Assassin's Creed, because I heard how bad he did, and honestly, there's sleep Dante.
Wait. From my perspective, actually, I think I had asked this a while ago. Did you put Control on the list?
I didn't put Control on the list yet. I can do that now. But yeah, it's like I literally have a Word document of all the different. Oh no, DSP. Oh wow, Control's already been on there. Control's been on there Control's on there. Control's been on there the whole time, huh?
I know that's one I'd like to do with you because I've just finished the game. And P.S. I platinumed it, by the way.
Nice.
I just gotta do all the DLC and that's it.
Cause like here's the thing, like after the Devil May Cry marathon, I kind of want to jump into a couple of single ones. So like Spider-Man: Edge of Time, you know what? No, like Game Grumps Doom 2016 is definitely up there for one that I need to do. Spec Ops: The Line by DSP is another, and I think most likely Simpsons Hit and Run by DSP is definitely up there as well.
Penny is my favorite pasta.
Like I said, I do have an entire list of, and some of these are crossed out, and I need to get to crossing out some more. But the Devil May Cry one just felt like the right time to do it, especially after all of the bullshit when it came to you should survive.
Benefits.
Oh Jesus! Oh boy! Wait, I thought I already did Bayonetta. No, I did Bayonetta. Fucking certain I did. Unless you're talking about a completely different one. I'm sure I did Bayonetta. I didn't. Oh, I could have fucking.
I think that was one of your first ones.
Let's see. I'm fucking certain I have done Bayonetta.
Hey, I'll double check for you real quick.
Because like it was like I'm sure it was a request from Cyber the Wolf, because Cyber the Wolf is a bit. Yeah, it was. I have done Bayonetta. Yeah, I have done Bayonetta. Oh, Friends Without Benefits is a completely different thing. Right, got you. Right.
No, you're Bayonetta.
No, apparently this Friends Without Benefits.
Let's see.
Oh wow. Okay, so this is actually a legit thing. Oh wow, this is actually a legit thing. Fuck. I mean, I see. Yeah, Bayonetta. When are you watching this? Say you don't play Mass Effect 2. That is probably going to be Wednesday, 2 weeks from now. Because
damn, it's more alcohol.
Fuck, even drunk, I could play Mass Effect 2 better than Phil. Mainly because I need Diconius for that. I need to find.
Is it gonna be a let's play along?
It's gonna be a let's play along, considering I've already survived Phil doing This Is How You Don't Play Mass Effect 2, so the sequel is going to be a let's play along.
I should be around. I don't have a social life anyway, so.
You don't. No one has a social link.
I don't even have See, here's the thing. My social life's so dead. I don't even have an actual Ryuji.
Oh God! Oh, poor Ryuji. But no. Here's the thing. Like, I love the Mass Effect series so much. I've fucking played that game on stream on Insanity more times than I care to fucking admit.
I think maybe once he plays Persona 3 or 4, he might survive it. That's what Miles is asking you.
Yes. With the other Personas, I want to make sure I play them, especially from what I've heard about the story of Persona 3. Is it would be better to play that I've kind of come to the conclusion it'll be better to play that myself before I survive it, so I can gain the full impact of Phil's absolute fucking. Like I'm sure a lot of you guys. Hold on, I'm sure you guys have noticed the big difference between my reactions from games that I've actually played and completed fully, towards games that I've only had a passing association with. Like the Assassin's Creed games, I kind of got heated during that, but I didn't get as mad as I did with Devil May Cry 1 and 3. Because I have a connection with those games. Yes, I've got God of War 2018 on this list.
Because Phil's God of War is like over I think 6-7 hours. I'm not 100% sure.
Again, I'm guaranteeing you most of that is just side shit.
Or Axe of War, as we call it.
Oh fuck yeah, Axe Wars, Axe of War. You get heated at the burps, that's for damn sure. I'll admit that, but like I think I've been very fucking vocal on why that is.
Instead of leaning manual banish, make lean away fucking burp.
Yeah. We got anything, they got anything else they want to talk about? I've kind of gone away from one of the other main. All right, go on.
That I want to talk about, or that they want to talk about?
Chat's got they want to talk about.
So
I'll just move on to this next piece of autism.
Let's see. Not that I see. Let's see. Dick Game Grumps God of War 2018 was 50 minutes.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me, comp. I'm gonna need a source on that comp. I want to see it for myself if that's.
Oh, I kind of lose my rag a little when like the light of the joy of the world leaves my eyes during Devil May Cry 3. And chats as well. Like you could literally see the spirits escaping from chat with how bad he was doing.
Especially dying to the first boss.
Again. Alright, well, before we move on to more chat things, I need to bring this up. This confounds the fuck out of me. Right, so how many PC players or PC gamers do we have in chat? I'm very curious. I'm gonna avoid using the name, or showing the name, should I say, as much as humanly fucking possible. But like, all you need to do is read that first fucking claim, or that first thing, and it's fucking stupid.
Let's assume that Bloodborne really does make its way to PC.
The fuck is Dead Island trend? So yeah, do you want me to read this out, Daclonius?
Yeah, because I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm blind as hell.
No, I'm not prejudiced against console players. I just find this really fucking stupid. So this person says, let's assume that Bloodborne really does make its way to PC. Is it even the same test of skill if you play a game at 60 frames per second? It clearly takes more skill to beat it at 30, not at 60. What should the new gold standard of skill measurement be once PC ruins Bloodborne? Well, for one, there are plenty of games on PC that are just as difficult on PC as they are on console. Let's see, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Cuphead, Valvaris, And most of those run at 30 frames per second on fucking console.
San Andreas.
We're talking actual difficult games, like ones that are meant to be legit difficult. I'm using those as examples.
Okay.
Oh no, it isn't, but it's just pure fucking stupidity.
I just thought we were talking about PC games in general.
Like, and here's the thing. Like, it's asinine because here's the thing, and the dude even links to this saying, oh, this goes to show that it's easier on console than PC. When, first of all, this is a massive fucking advertisement spread for fucking Nvidia, for Nvidia hardware. Like, this shouldn't even really entirely be in, because it's basically just a fucking advertisement. In conclusion, having higher frame rates has definitive, measurable benefits. Smoother animation, improves target tracking, smaller ghosts and tearing. So, here's the thing. His whole crux, the whole crux of his argument, is basically landing on this statement. In conclusion, having higher frame rate has definitive, measurable benefits, smoother animations, improved target tracking, smaller ghosting and tears help reduce distracting effects, and lower system latency helps you target sensor. And here's the thing. The fucking messed up thing is, what this is talking about is for esports, like first-person shooters primarily.
Mm-hmm.
Not games like Bloodborne. And the problems with Bloodborne on console comes down to the fact that it's not even truly 30 FPS. It's it's a dipping frame rate. So I'm sorry, if you turn around saying that your difficulty comes from that, then you have failed as a coder and you failed as a game developer if your difficulty comes from that. Sekiro was a fucking prime example of that when it ran at a buttery smooth 60 frames per second and people still got their asses handed to them. Higher frame rate does not help with games of skill. Like, and here's the thing. As far as this goes, again, it's talking about FPSs for one simple goddamn thing, and that's esports. Like, it's not talking about, oh, Bloodborne's easy or anything like that. And as far as these benefits go, a lot of these benefits are basically just talking about graphical smoothness. Like, again, smoother animations, that's true. Like, you get smoother animations at 60 frames per second than you do 30. That is not an innate benefit to make a game easier. I mean, for fuck's sake, look at Halo Master Chief Collection. The animations of the enemies on that game run at 30 fucking frames per second. It's provable. Go and look at Digital Foundry. They talk about this. Target tracking. Again, that helps marginally, but it also goes on to a case of skill. Like, you've got to have the skill to be able to track the targets to begin with in a first-person shooter if you're not using aim assist. Smaller ghosting and tears. That's basically talking. And here's the thing: they even show examples. I'll even bring up the examples. Give me a second. Here's an example of ghosting. There is the example of ghosting. You can clearly tell which... Here's the thing, even at 60 frames per second, even at 30, you could clearly tell which one you're meant to shoot. So really, this helps no inane benefit when it comes to casual play. When they're talking about high-level fucking esports FPS play. And this dude's using this as an example of, oh, it'll be easier, it's easier on PC and shit. Here is a show of tearing. This is an example of what tearing means. Where basically the screen completely tears itself like that, and at higher frame rate it's reduced. So basically one part of the image moves further than the other. So again, his whole thing hangs on this when it's two completely different fucking things. You're talking top tier to casual player. You're talking FPS to a fucking difficult hack and slash, essentially. And here, as far as latency, I mean, I would say this is probably one of the few things that is true. In the beginning, each system CPU receives the player position at the same time. In this example, the GPU and CPU are approximately at the same time preparing to render the frame, the CPU position. And again, the worst thing is all of this basically just is saying that, oh, basically it's harder on our older shitty hardware. It's fucking asinine. This is that, and the reason why this gets me hot is because obviously I hate using this term. I love gaming, and obviously I'm on a fucking podcast where I talk about nothing but gaming, and I have a channel dedicated to gaming. So this kind of autistic, fucking irrehensible, fucking downright retarded shit just really fucking bugs me. And I gotta debate this motherfucker, and I'm gonna be debating this motherfucker on Monday next week. I know, shocking, isn't it, comp? And again, all this ties into the fact that this is all just advertisement for GeForce. That's all it does. That's all it does. Fuck me. Sorry, I just needed to bring that up. Alright, has the chat got anything else they want to talk about? Just give them a second just to catch up, because I think some of them fell asleep. Oh, okay. Hold on, we're gonna have a guest. We're gonna have a special guest on, actually. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
I don't see anybody in the waiting room.
No, it's just well, I mean, I might have a special guest for the future. I'm just gonna hold that over people's head. I will discuss that with you in a moment, Dicornius, when all this is said and done. Alright, well, I mean, if we've got anybody who wants to add on to anything we've been talking about, just go to the Discord waiting room, and Dicornius or one of us will drag you in that we can talk about it.
I will create the invite right now. There you go.
Oh God, it's the incredible levels of stupidity astound me. I've not actually. Do you know what? Let me cue Trivium's new album up on my gaming PC while I'm working tonight. New album 2020. Let's see. All right, there we go. I've got 10 songs up on right now. Okay, so I can have a listen to that when I'm done. What the dead men say. Alright, well, we've got nobody coming in, so I mean, I guess we could end it for today.
There is one thing, actually. There is one thing I wanted to bring up.
Shoot.
Your first impressions of Friday the 13th.
I hate playing as the council, but I love playing as Jason. And it needs crossplay. Like, fuck me. Playing as Jason could be real fun. I would say that, I mean, obviously, councillors will obviously have a distinct disadvantage, but fuck me, do they have such a disadvantage.
Especially since you're just starting out, you don't have a whole lot of counters unlocked either.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? We could talk about the Ruby Rose thing.
Yeah, that's right. We're supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I mean, if I had no fucking clue that this show was even still going. Have a good one, David. I had no idea this show was still going, but she ended up getting. So Ruby Rose has left the Batwoman show. Like, she basically quit. And you know what? Out of all things, I actually do feel a little sorry for her, and there's a reason why. Because she had to deal with fucking. She nearly got paralyzed during this whole thing. She had to have fucking surgery because of an accident that went on. Now, apparently, rumors swirling around. She quit because, maybe because of the grueling schedule. Because obviously, filming a TV show is different from filming a movie. So, like, I don't blame him. But, like, here's the thing. How the fuck can that show continue onwards? You've just lost your lead role. Especially after the big fucking Infinite Crisis crossover as well. Where you firmly establish her. And after all the shit she's gone through. And they're just going to recast her. And they're going to get someone from the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now, too.
Yeah, not the most qualified, just someone who happens to be gay. Which is fucking hilarious because Twitter turned on Ruby Rose because apparently she wasn't gay enough to play Cassandra Cain. Imagine that. Imagine going up on that hill to die for representation in movies and TV and shit for like the LGBTQ to get a fucking prominent role as whether the show shit or not, it's a prominent role as a comic book character who happens to be gay, only to have those people that you thought would have your back on that hill to turn around and fucking shoot you dead on it by saying you're not gay enough. Like, talk about a hill. Like, again, that is the definition of a hill you don't want to die on.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, no, it makes perfect sense. They're a bunch of fucking hyenas. They're a bunch of craved fucking hyenas. It's fucking silly, hilarious, and it's just funny watching the whole thing fucking implode on himself. Oh, right, yes. Yeah, I'll get to that in a second, Jay. But like, I mean, she's quit, and honestly, I think that whole fucking TV show should be fucking cancelled. Because I mean, for God's sake, it stank the ratings up.
Well, somehow it's getting a second season.
Again, yes, they've got a second season penned, and Ruby Rose just quit. How the fuck are you gonna, like, what are they gonna turn around and say that? Oh god, I could only. You know what? This would be the perfect time to get a transgender man in, and you can turn around and say that Cassandra Cain is now Kennedy Cain or Ken Cain, and she transitioned.
They'll kill her off somehow, and it's.
Oh yeah, they'll probably kill her off. Oh good.
In the season premiere.
Oh yeah, like they killed any interest the moment they turned around and said the suit is literal perfection. It will be once it fits a woman. Yeah, all right, go fuck yourself. You are literally taking up the reins, or you're basically taking up the suits and gadgets and everything else of a man, and you're gonna turn around and say that shit now. And again, it's funny. It fucking shit the bed. You know what? You know what that's the equivalent of? That's the equivalent of that fucking actress from Doom Annihilation saying, "Who needs Doom guy? Hashtag Doom girl or Doom lady or some shit." And then pretty much the fucking film bombed and was absolute shit. See, when you shit on your audience doesn't turn out.
Mm-hmm.
They will just turn their backs and walk the fuck away.
Hashtag demon rights.
Yeah, well, God, I'm surprised that wasn't trending during Doom Eternal's launch. Hashtag Demon Rise. The Doomslayer is oppressing all of these demons. Rise. They have a right to live. God, it's almost as bad as the fucking as Peter gate crashing fucking Animal Crossing. Definitely gonna. I'm probably gonna go into that in the VGP because that'd be fucking talk about. All right, and Jay asked me my thoughts on Saints Row.
The third
Yeah.
remastered and the Mafia trilogy.
The Mafia trilogy makes more sense. Because the third one's getting a complete remaster, I believe. The second one is getting graphical touches. I've seen some side by sides, and there is definitely some improvement to the graphics. They're upgrading them to work on modern systems, so that's good. And the third one, there's some graphical problems with that just need ironing out, but otherwise that game still looks good. I'm definitely interested in getting it because I don't own the Mafia trilogy, so that's more geared towards someone like me who doesn't own it. So
And they'll play from the beginning.
Pretty much. So I'm actually, I would say I'm fine with that, and the fact that they're bringing it all out. And I can look on Steam right now actually, because the thing is they've already got the price on Steam. You know what, the price actually goes in.
It's $60, at least from what I've seen.
Hold on, give me a second, because here's the thing. And this is why I turn around and say it's more catered to someone who doesn't own any of them. Because on Steam, for the entire trilogy, that's Mafia 1, 2, and 3 Definitive Edition. So that's them, obviously, graphical touches, all the DLC and everything like that. Only £50. So that's $60 for all 3 games. That's good. That does not sound bad to me. That sounds pretty fucking good. Where I draw the line is the fact that Mafia Definitive Edition on its own is £35. That's at least $40 just for Mafia Definitive Edition. So this is clearly geared towards people who didn't own the originals. Now, if they did a discount for people that already own, like the original Mafia, Mafia 2, and Mafia 3, if they did a discount, that sounds fine. That would probably be fine. I doubt they'll do it. But this is clearly geared towards people who don't own the trilogy.
But if you're on console, how are you going to prove that you own the first one or the second one? I mean, you can prove you own the third one.
And that's what I'm saying, is clearly this is geared towards people who don't own them, and especially on modern consoles where you most likely don't own Mafia 1 and 2, they're gearing it towards you buying all 3 of them.
Like, the good thing is, for me, at least they're releasing, they have 2 by itself, and they're releasing the first one by itself.
Yeah, but again, it's the pricing that does me in. It's like $40 for the first fucking game when you can buy all 3 of them for for 60. It's like, fuck me, man. What the fuck? Now, as far as Saints Row the Third, why?
And that's on the Switch too.
Like, okay, Switch, I understand. It's a Switch. It needs it's basically the Switch has third-party support, unlike the Wii and the Wii U. But for fuck's sake, it's now just a dumping ground for re-releases. For fuck's sake, how many re-releases are you gonna get? I mean, you got the fucking BioShock trilogy. You've got this coming out. Like, it's basically a dumping ground for third-party fucking re-releases.
Dark Souls remastered.
Okay, it even proves my point. But then again, Dark Souls is one that did need a remaster, especially on PC, considering the fact that it only ran at 30 native on PC. You needed a mod to run it at 60.
Yeah.
And even then, it wasn't the best.
Because if I'm correct, I don't think the Switch can run at 60. It's only 30, right?
30 on Switch, and it isn't even 1080, obviously. Now, here's the thing. In my opinion, they're doing this, if anything, if I will give THQ Nordic one thing, they're doing this ass backwards. Because again, THQ Nordic now own the series. Doing this ass backwards, because they've done, like, unless they're intentionally doing it backwards, because, I mean, we had Saints Row 4 re-elected, which wasn't really a remaster, it was just basically a Game of the Year edition. I don't understand, like, 3 was not the most well received of the fucking Saints Row games. It really wasn't. So I don't get why you would focus your time and energy. Maybe because it was easier, but why would you waste your time and energy on the third game, which was the most poorly received fucking Saints Row game, and not try and remaster Saints Row 1 and 2 and bundle that together? They now have the fucking source code for Saints Row 2. They could do it. And maybe they are, but like I don't get why they didn't just put all their eggs in one basket and remaster 1 and 2 and put it out there as a bundle.
I couldn't tell you.
Like I don't mind the third game. The third game is polarizing for me because the problem with it is because it comes between 2 and 4. 2 is like has the perfect 2 has the perfect, like, seriously, 2 is almost is great. Like, you remember all the characters, you remember all the gangs, you remember you remember the plot, you remember everything. The third game, like, the worst thing is okay, so you've got the Ronin, the Sons of Someday, and fuck's sake, the Brotherhood. I can't even name you. Okay, so you fucking luchadors. I can't even remember that fucking. I know they were led by Killbane. Then you've got the ones who were led by Matt. I think, yeah, Matt was his name. The fucking cyberpunk dudes. The Deckers. That's it. I think they're called the Deckers. And then you've got. Oh, okay, who the fuck was Viola and Kiki? That was the Syndicate. No, the Syndicate was them all as a group. Who the fuck was Viola and Kiki in charge of?
Come on, I can look.
Please. Morningstar, right. Okay, so it was the Morningstar they were in charge of, right? But that kind of goes to... Yeah, hey, Trimmel, that kind of goes to show what I'm talking about. Like, 3 is so unmemorable to me. Like, personally, I'm not trying to shit on anybody who likes the game, but the problem is it's unmemorable. Like, a lot of the characters are unmemorable. The only characters that are memorable to me are the ones that ended up being in 4, and like, I don't even remember their names. Like,
oh, wait, and then you had Stag, too.
Oh, yeah, Stag, yeah, the fucking, yeah.
Like, the only thing I know about 4 is that it takes place in space.
See, here's the thing with 4, and it's one of the reasons why it's better than 3. 3 tries to have its cake and eat it too. Like, it goes so far. It goes so far into what is it? It goes so far into zany, but then tries to have its serious moments. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. The moment I can try and have this serious conversation, and like we literally just finished the fucking Gat's funeral. And then the next scene is me holding a big giant fucking purple Dildissimo. Like, you are literally eating your cake. You're having your cake and eating it too. Like, there's this level of absurdity to it, right? Where it's trying to remain grounded, but it's having its cake and eating it too. Especially when it comes to Stag, and then they fucking got the fucking Avengers helicarrier. And fucking zombies. Like, here's the thing. Zombies, like, people will turn around and say, oh, but Saints Row have had zombies before. But the thing is, the zombies were always an Easter egg. They were always something you had to unlock. They were an unlockable. They weren't something that were absolutely serious. Alright? There's literally zombies in Saints Row 3, for fuck's sake. But it's trying to take itself seriously.
Wait, did you ever play the one that takes place in hell?
Hold on, Get Out of Hell. That will actually lead me on to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
About Saints Row 4. I'm just trying to think. And Burt Reynolds gets a pass because he's Burt fucking Reynolds. But then you get to 4. 4 knows what it is. For fuck's sake, they set it up because you're literally going in to stop a goddamn missile strike on the White House. You're riding a fucking missile trying to disarm it, and you somehow land in the Oval Office and sit in the president's chair. And then you become president. They set the stage that this is a game that's not meant to be fucking taken seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is literally a fucking 80s action movie. And it's got the trope the 80s action movie stakes. We're gonna destroy the world. And they do. It's an 80s movie with the stake of 80s action movies. And you actually feel the stakes because it's so over the top. And the game knows it's over the top. But it doesn't try and have its cake and eat it too. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Unlike Saints Row 4. Now, Get Out of Hell kind of continues on with that. Continues on with that kind of that premise. And I would say the one thing that kind of holds that game together the most is the fact that you play GAT. The fact that you can play GAT. And the fact that it has so many goddamn callbacks to previous games. Like, for God's sake, Viola and Kiki are there. Daz is there. And you get to torment Daz in hell. Vogel is there. And he's literally a fucking businessman in hell. Like, if there's one thing that you could have foreseen happening and it actually coming true, and you're like, you know what? That makes sense. Is that. Like I said, 4 and Get Out of Hell knew what it was, and it just ran with it to its fucking degree. 2 knew what it was. It knew when to be serious. It knew when to, not entirely be serious. I mean, for fuck's sake, who doesn't remember Carlos being dragged behind that fucking truck and the boss having to fucking kill him to put him out of his misery? Like, they try to have that moment in 3, and it falls flat because 3 didn't know what it wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this turned into my thoughts on Saints Row the Third remaster, and just went on to me going on a fucking rant about why Saints Row the Third isn't good. And I'm sorry, like I said, it isn't. If you like the game, more power to you. It's just that's just my thoughts on why I just can't get into Saints Row the Third.
Alright, so, question, at least from me. Since THQ Nordic owns the rights, you think there'll be a Saints Row 5?
Yes, no, they've already turned around and said there's going to be one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've already turned around and said they want to continue on. Like, if that means a fucking soft reboot or a reboot in general, because I mean, the ending of Get Out of Hell kind of insinuates that there might be there's a chance there's a reboot. I'd be fine with that. I just want them to care about the IP, because I mean, as much as they tried fixing Darksiders 3 after release, like, Darksiders 3 wasn't that good when it came out. I liked the story. I really did like the story. I fucking love Fury. Holy shit, do I love Fury as a character. I don't like the gameplay. I did not like how it, like, and why I say they fixed it is because it went from not really feeling like Darksiders to actually feeling like Darksiders. And the worst part is they did that after I'd already finished my Let's Play of it. But no, like, for me, and I'm sure a few others, Destroy All Humans remake / remaster will be the deciding factor on if THQ Nordic can be a big player going forward. That's my opinion. That'll be the deciding factor for me. Kind of a bit of industry interesting news. I think it was fuck's sake, CD Projekt Red just overtook Ubisoft as Europe's most lucrative game publisher.
Wait, Trimwood, there was only 2 Destroy All Humans games, not 3. Was there a third one?
Yes, there was. Wrath of the Furies, I think. Or was that 2? Give me a second. I think there was 3. Because there was 1, 2, and there was a third on PlayStation 3, I'm sure. Destroy Humans. There's actually more than that. There's Destroy Humans 2, Destroy Humans, Big Willie Unleashed. I was thinking of the 4 and wait a minute. Takes place after, yeah. Yeah, the one I was thinking of is the 4th game, and that's Destroy Humans, Path of the Furies. So there's 4 games.
Okie dokie.
Wait a minute, what the fuck is Big Willie? In fact, hold on, give me a second. Oh, that's why no one heard of it, because it's a fucking Wii game. No one heard of Big Willie Unleashed because it's a Wii game. But Path of the Furies, that was the PlayStation... Yes, it was. That was the PlayStation 3 game. An Xbox 360 game. So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, Michael, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm surprised you fuckers actually tune in to hear my opinion. You shitting on the Wii? No, I own one. Why would I shit on it? I'm just saying that nobody heard of it because it came out on the Wii.
Well, at least you have an opinion, unlike some people who just blindly follow.
Pretty much. Holy shit! It just fucking dawned on me. It'll be 12 years since the last Destroy Humans game. Fuck me. I'm old. I'm officially feeling my fucking age. All 26 years of them. I know you're older, and I'm sorry. Jesus.
Nah, it's fine.
Yeah, I just didn't like it. Is there anything else? Anything else?
From chat, not really. From me,
26 years old.
yeah.
What a god.
Even though he doesn't look 26,
I know I look older.
he looks like an aging whacker.
Salted.
Okay, an aging whacker with, like, I don't know, a bunch of gold and platinum records. I don't know.
I wish I had gold and platinum records. Jesus, I wish. But yeah, I mean, I'd said you're a baby. Oh god. Yeah, I'd say we're done. I mean, no one came in to want to give their thoughts. You know what? You send out the thing anymore.
Wait.
If anybody wants to add anything to these conversations, go right ahead. Go on.
Let's see. Comp says, I mean, the Wii is popular enough to still get just in. How is that even possible?
Because fucking Ubisoft. Fucking Ubisoft. That's how.
They'll pump out anything.
I've no comment.
I'm like, okay. First we think Legion's going to come out in March. I don't even know if that's even going to come out. Period.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, there you go. So this is what I was looking at. CD Projekt, obviously the guys behind The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077, surpassed Ubisoft in market value to become the most valuable game developer in the European Union.
Oh, big ups.
Now market value does fluctuate, but it's and they're close enough that Ubisoft could take number 1 again after various AAA releases. But the fact that someone finally overtook Ubisoft is fucking delicious. Also, Serious Sam 4 got a fucking release date, which I'm fucking happy about. It's coming out in August.
Let's see. Trimble says, let me know if you ever played The Division. I can give you pointers.
Trimble, I'm planning on actually doing an entire stream of that at some point.
Is that going to be a multiplayer Monday?
No, it's not. It's actually going to be a roleplay live. It's got enough role-playing elements, and it's large enough that I could definitely pass that off as a roleplay live where I could just allow people drop in, drop out at any time they want.
Because I would argue for multiplayer Monday because you can play co-op with other people.
Yes, but there's also a story mode to it.
Makes sense. Well, actually, it could be both because you can actually do Dark Zone on Monday.
You can do Dark Zone. You can do Dark Zones, but if I was going to do that, I'd rather do the Division 2, which most people probably own more.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when you get to the Division 2, you can have like the Dark Zone as a choice for multiplayer Monday.
I'm fucking hoping that eventually. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hoping by Division 3 they'll pull their heads out of their asses and stop with the fucking Ubisoft isms of open world. But I'm hoping that it'll also be crossplay, because Jesus Christ.
And a better location
Hold up,
than
hold
DC.
up, hold up. Sorry, drunk cunts outside. Yes, I'd be playing it on PC. Sorry, Declan, I heard screaming outside. I was wondering what the fuck was going on, so I took my headphones off. Did you say anything?
It's okay.
My apologies.
Yeah, I had said if they're gonna do a Division 3, I hope it'd be a better location than DC.
I don't know. American developers need to get their heads out their asses and stop doing games centralized in America. For fuck's sake, America is not the center of the fucking universe.
Like, do one in London or something.
Well, actually, no. We need to go to. If anything, that's the one benefit of Ubisoft being a European company. They can actually, mainly European company and Canadian company. They can actually do games outside of the United States. I mean, a vast majority of their games are outside of the United States. The only one to my knowledge recently that was in the United States was Far Cry 5.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. So yeah, if anybody's got anything they want to talk about, just fire the link again. We'll bring you in real quick. Because other than that, we're just going to be talking in circles at this point. I think it does. I think the Division works with.
If it doesn't have full controller support, it should have at least partial.
Yes, it does. The Division does have controller support on PC. It's wonderful. Google is a beautiful thing sometimes. When they're not trying to fucking pawn Stadia off on people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, I'll go, while we're waiting for people, if anybody wants to come in, I'll go on this quick tangent. It's really, really, really fucking hilarious how they're still trying to push the sinking ship. No, you know what? It ain't even a fucking sinking ship. It's a fucking supernova. It's a supernova of Titanic fucking proportion disaster that is the Stadia. They're still trying to push that shit, but they're not trying to fix that other broken shit like YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
I hope one of these
know.
days someone else in their mic on this podcast.
I'm surprised Com hasn't come on to do it himself. Pussy. Alright. Fucking.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be me because I can put my mic up.
Don't you dare. Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it.
Don't worry, I wouldn't do that. Channel, you think it'd be dead, but you know, it's trying to claw for its life.
Dude, that fucker is on life support after being pumped with so much chemotherapy it would put down a fucking elephant.
I mean, let's see, the Ouya DLA.
All the Chinese knockoffs? Deal. There was a question I had. Do you play any strategy games like Tremel? You should look up my Let's Play channel.
He's playing Gears Tactics right now.
Literally doing a whole Let's Play of Gears Tactics.
Courtesy of yours truly.
Yep. Courtesy of my brother right here. The only reason I don't really get... the reason why RTS games and stuff are special events is because of how long it can take to record them.
Didn't you play XCOM 2 or no?
No, I've not played XCOM just yet. I own them all.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't gone to. The only RTS games I truly have played through has been Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 and Command and Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, CK2.
HOI4. I've never even heard.
Hold on, I think I have. I just don't know those. Oh, Crusader Kings 2. Right, okay, so you're talking about the Crusader Kings series. No, I have not actually touched the Crusader Kings series.
So just out of curiosity, what's in the lead for Monday's multiplayer?
Oh, GoldenEye Source.
Ooh.
And the other one, yeah, Heart of Iron. I've never played the Heart of Iron series. I'd like to see you play a Stalker mod. I've actually had a number of people saying they'd want to see me play Stalker, which is genuinely insane. Give me a second, actually. Keep the chat entertained. Let me go and grab something. This is kind of ironic.
Okay.
Alright, where the fuck?
Let's see, Trimoy, you play 007 Nightfire. Trimo, I actually have. It's actually quite good. Are you gonna do another Let's Survive marathon for this one? As far as okay, Con, you're gonna have to explain to me what you mean. Oh, Miles, they've been good. They've been good.
I actually own the Stalker Special Edition.
So let's see, we got two questions, one from Trimo and one from Comp.
Shoot.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what comes with all the accoutrements. So
let's see.
Comes with the game.
So if the Trimo asks, you play 007 Nightfire?
That's already on the list. That's gonna be just give me time. Give me time. Some of these take mental preparation, Trammel. Do I play Nightfire? You know what? And I was never the biggest Nightfire fan, because I never really played it, but I am a big, giant fucking Agent Under Fire fan. I fucking love that game. I love Agent Under Fire.
If you go back to the beginning of his channel, Trimo, you will find Tomorrow Never Dies.
What?
Oh no, I was addressing Trimo for a second.
What, on my channel you'll see Tomorrow Never Dies?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I played 007 Tomorrow Never Dies on PlayStation 1.
And then Comp asks, are you going to do another Let's Survive marathon after this one?
No. This is going to be the last one for a while. This is gonna be the last one. I want to knock off some games off of this list. Like I said, next week is going to be Simpsons Hit and Run, DSP, Simpsons Hit and Run, sorry, Game Grumps, Doom 2016, and DSP Spec Ops: The Line.
And then Trimo asks, could you do a Let's Survive DSP Sleeping Dogs?
It's already on the list. It's already on there.
Oh, okay, okie dokie.
Like JW said, it's just a matter of when. But if you guys are, if there is enough demand for it, then I will make it a priority. I.e., pay me. Oh Jesus!
Can we pay you in pizza? Would that be good enough?
That'll be more than enough. That'll be more than enough. Are you going to do a double feature of Game Grumps 2016? How long was that? This is how they do 2016. How long was that? Bastard. Where's the Game Grumps? Hold on. Give me a sec. That's classic Doom. Oh, there it is. You know, I could. Oh, okay. Give me a second. I could actually make a double. I could make a triple feature out of this, actually.
It's only like not even an hour.
No, that wasn't the only thing I was looking at.
No, I'm talking about Doom 2016 is not even an hour.
Yo, I know it is, but what I'm saying is I just saw something else that I feel like I could definitely make a triple feature. I could do a triple feature. Yeah, I could definitely do I could probably do a triple feature of this. This is how you don't play Doom, Doom 2 and Doom 2016 are by the Game Grumps. Because
But they're
accumulative.
that short. Oh, they're that short.
Yeah. Doom 2016 is only 58 minutes long. The original Doom is only 21 minutes. And Doom 2 is a two-parter, but part 1 is only 44 minutes, and part 2 is only 33 minutes. So that is sub 3 hours. So, I mean, a triple feature is possible. Just like Doom all day. Like, make it a Doom day.
Let's
Welcome
see.
to your
Comp
Doom.
says, Comp says you already did Doom Classic Game Grumps.
You're right, I did, didn't I? Then I could make it a double feature for just Doom 2 and Doom 2016. Because it wouldn't be that long. Like, it's when videos are that short that I don't mind doing a double feature like Grindhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind when they're that short. It's perfectly fine. I did Spoonie. I did Let's Survive DSP. Yeah, yes, I did. I did that as the double feature with Game Grumps Doom 2018 and Spider-Man 2018. Oh, sorry, Doom 1993 and Spider-Man 2018. Yes, I did do that. I did that as that double feature.
So you were telling me about some sort of special guest you were going to want to get on. Did
I will
you
tell you
elaborate
off.
on that,
No. There's a reason why, because I don't want to put pressure on him. But I will elaborate to you after this.
Okay.
There's a reason you'll understand why I say that.
Let's see. Trimwell asks, are there any particular moments in gaming that stand out to you?
The collapse of THQ. Like back then when they shut down, I still loved a lot of THQ games, and then when they collapsed, it was like the end of a fucking era because they were my childhood.
Especially the wrestling games.
Fuck yeah. SmackDown, just bring it. Here comes the pain. Shut your mouth. SmackDown versus Raw. SmackDown versus Raw 6, dude. When they went, it's like, dude, end of a fucking era. That was my childhood. Loved wrestling games.
Oh yeah.
And I know it was Yonkers that made them, but still, like that was THQ's branding and shit. And like you gotta remember, THQ were the original ones behind Saints Row.
That's right. Oh, you can't forget No Mercy, dude.
Fuck him, No Mercy. Yeah.
That's actually the first game, if I'm correct, where you were actually able to do the 3D.
Like, God, I mean, they were behind so many. I mean, they were behind Battle of Bikini Bottom. They were behind Saints Row 2. The Darksiders, like, dude, THQ was my fucking childhood at some like early parts of my life. Yeah, they did put out some questionable stinkers. I mean, for fuck's sake, like I'm talking all of this, dude. The guys behind, you gotta remember, they're also the dudes behind fucking Red Faction as well. And the original,
I didn't know.
And the original Metro series, dude. THQ was fucking big, and like I said, it was just the fact that when they collapsed,
Yes.
fucking West, yeah, Pandemic Studios, fucking West would collapse as well.
I will never forget Dia Saboteur. Never.
Fuck, like. Those are moments like the worst is what I remember. Sadly, I would say definitely the first time I ever played Mass Effect 2 on Xbox 360 was also definitely no PlayStation. Yeah, because I originally played it on Xbox 360, and then I got it on PS3. I played Mass Effect 2 for the very first time was definitely one of those things I remember as well.
I think as far as I go, the actual Christmas where I got my Nintendo 64.
I think I already talked about this, but definitely another gaming memory I have is obviously when my parents got me the PlayStation 2, and I knew they'd got it, and then I snuck into parents. Yeah, go on.
You had snuck in it. You had snuck in to get it, play it for like at least I think the whole night. Somehow, see, I don't know how you snuck it back into the box without them knowing that it had been
I
tampered with.
didn't. I didn't. That's the whole fucking crux of the story. Is like, so I knew where it was. It was in their wardrobe. I went in, I took it out, I took it to my room, took it out, put it back in. I think like the first time they didn't know, because it didn't have, it wasn't taped up or anything. It wasn't wrapped up or anything. It was just the box. And this was before they started putting the security tape on. You gotta remember, this was back in the day when it was believed that nobody would steal that kind of shit because it was always in the back, so they never put the annoying security tape over that shit. Back in the day. But yeah, I take it out, put it in, and that's when I played, because I mentioned someone found the game that I was talking about. I've forgotten the name again, and then I saw the Devil May Cry trailer, and I really, 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 really wanted that game. I really wanted Devil May Cry, and I eventually got it. Fuck's sake, it's also part of my namesake at this point. And then when I eventually got it, after I got a lashing from my parents for sneaking it into their room, taking it from their wardrobe, playing it, and then putting it back, I got Half-Life 1 for it and Escape from Monkey Island with no memory card. There was another game actually that was a demo on there that recently just came back to my mind, and I know it was a demo on there because it actually spurred me onto getting the PS4 version, and that was actually Dark Cloud. That's a game I do want to do a Let's Play of at some point, Dark Cloud. That should be fun. I own both of them on PS4 now. Jesus, that's taking me back, man. It's taking me the fuck back.
So it's one thing that I personally think should make a comeback is demo discs, because you can't really trust reviews too much to figure out whether or not you should buy a game these days.
Well, the Switch does that, and that's one of the things I like about the Switch. Yeah, anybody remember Frog? I'm not that old.
Oh,
Fuck, I'm not that old. I grew up on a litany of different games. Like fuck, like I said, my earliest fucking memory was Super Metroid. That's how old I am. How old I feel sometimes.
Let's see. Terminal. It says Mercenaries 2 are beat with all 3 mercs and love the Chinese missile boats were broken AF.
Broken as fuck. Jet Set Radio coming back. I'm 25. I own Jet Set Radio on Steam actually. You know, one of my earliest memories was back in the. There's 2 memories, okay, and well, one of them is funny. One of them. Fuck,
talk with them. I'm gonna go take care of something real quick, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'm gonna reminisce. We're gonna close out with me reminiscing.
Alright.
One of them is just me sat down in like this was in the earliest house I can remember. Me and my parents living in. Happier times. Sat down during Christmas in front of the big box TV on my Super Nintendo playing Street Fighter 2. Like the original, where it was the opening where the dude punches the other dude in the face. Like that is an early memory I remember very vividly. And I fucking loved it. I was awful at it, but like I enjoyed Street Fighter because I was a kid. That kind of shit just excites you as a kid. Just happier times. And the other one, and this is actually pretty fun. So back in that same house, one memory that definitely stands out to me because it was a big giant mess. There used to be this van that used to drive by, just used to come around the streets. They were like a rental van. They had like videotapes and games in the back that they'd rent out, and they'd come by like every week on a certain day, and you pay them, you rent something. In fact, it's funny enough, like back when we moved to this house, similar van did the same thing. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the same family, but I was always excited because like I got to rent a game from them, and one of the games I was playing was on my Mega Drive. It's actually Gunstar Heroes. I used to love playing Gunstar Heroes. And then I heard, and I knew I heard of a car going by, and I thought, oh my god, it's the rent van. We used to literally just call it the rent van. And I pulled out my drawer, and I'm a small kid at this point. I can't even see over my fucking windowsill. Like I'm physically smaller or shorter than my fucking windowsill at that point. So I pull out my drawer, I climb on it just to see over, and the added weight to me of with this drawer pulled out brings down the entire fucking set of drawers, including the fucking TV.
Damn.
All because I'm so excited to hearing this van show up, because I know I can rent another game, because it was like the one, because like we didn't exactly grow up well off, so obviously renting games was definitely something we could at least do because it was cheap. But like I'm there, I'm looking at, I'm so excited because I get to get a new game, and it's just the whole fucking drawer and TV collapses.
The cop says that must have caused some property damage.
Surprisingly, you'd be fucking shocked the TV was still fine. I think one of the drawer,
Wow.
yes, dude, again, this is back in like 1990 something. Big box TVs.
Back when tube TVs were still a thing.
Exactly. Back when tube TVs were legit, were still out. Like back when there was, oh god, like it was. I think this was before the PlayStation 1 had even launched.
In the States or in general?
In general, yeah, in the States and Europe, I believe. I think it might have already been out in Japan. But like the fucking tube TV survived. There was nothing wrong with it. The drawers, on the other hand, the one that I'd stood on, because it was the one that hit the ground first, the front panel, obviously where you put your hand in and you pull it out, broke off entirely. So it was just an open drawer, and you could see all my clothes inside. And the fucking mess that it made was, again, I'm short, I'm a kid. It looked like fucking Hiroshima with how fucking bad it looked.
You didn't think to get a chair from, like, I don't know, the living room? And
I was in my room.
Oh, okay.
I was upstairs in my room playing Gunstar Heroes at the time. That's one of the reasons why Gunstar Heroes sticks out so much in my fucking head, because I know, because I was playing it at that time. Reminds me of the time I threw my controller into my mum's flat screen TV and cracked it over Madden. Jesus. I'll tell you this. So there was one TV. I think this was the third house I ever lived in. My mother had this TV. It was actually a rear projection TV. Big box TV, but it was a rear projection. I always fucking wanted it because it looked so cool. It's a rear projection TV, man. It's cool. I think this was just when, like, this was definitely, this was around the time the Xbox 360 was coming out, and I think it was out. So obviously HD TVs were not like as big as they were.
Late Night Cast 5 War of the TVs.
Pretty fucking much. So yeah, like I have my Xbox, or I think it was at my PS3 at that point. I really wanted the TV. I was gonna bug my mum for it. The next fucking day, my mother had some friends around. One of them got so fucking drunk, she fell into the fucking rear projection TV and broke the entire. Like, here's the thing: we had a TV in the front room. This was one for the dining room. This is one in the back room because we had the front room, dining room, and then the kitchen. This one was for one where we could just put on something while we're eating and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, sat down breakfast early morning and watch some cartoons while I'm eating at the dinner table.
Oh yeah.
But it was a rear projection TV. So, and we got it. I think she got it for like £50-60. She got it really dirt cheap for a big giant big giant ass fucking rear projection TV. One of her friends got so fucking drunk, she stumbled and fell into the fucking rear projection TV. And I remember commenting, "Is she dead?" My mother's exact words to me: No, because because thank God it was the rear projection TV. Because rear projection TVs don't have a traditional glass screen. It's almost like a fabric because it's projecting onto it. I was like, damn shame. I really wish you'd died because I wanted that TV. Oh God. My favorite console. Oh Jesus. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
I say that's a tough one purely because I have so many memories with consoles. I would definitely have to say the PlayStation 2, purely because I have a lot of cumulative memories with that console. Again, playing Half-Life at a really young age on the PS2, Escape from Monkey Island and fucking loving it. The Prince of Persia trilogy, holy shit! Like I used to in the third house I lived in, the same one with the rear projection TV. I used to have this bunk bed. It was a bunk bed that had a desk underneath it.
Well, that's one hell of a bunk bed.
What?
That's one hell of a bunk bed. I've never even heard of something like that being possible.
Yeah, no, it's a bunk bed with a bunk on top. And then underneath is like a desk and a space with like a coat hanger where you could literally hang up clothes. It's basically a fucking living bunk bed. But underneath, and it worked for me because it was a small room I lived in at that time. But yeah, so I had my TV there, and my friend Jay gave me a chair, like a really comfy blue chair. It was able to fit in there. And what I loved doing, and I was small. Unlike this chair, I was able to cross my legs on it. But what I would do, my biggest memories of that time, was coming home from high school, throwing my blazer, because we're in England, we wear school uniforms and we wore blazers. Throwing my blazer over the top of the fucking bunk bed, grabbing the side of the bunk bed, one arm on my windowsill, vaulting over my chair, landing cross-legged, turning on the PlayStation 2 and playing Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones. I was obsessed with The Two Thrones for the longest goddamn time. And then also playing, and like, no shit, sometimes I wouldn't even sleep in my own bed at that night. I just grabbed like this poufet, or like it's something you put your feet on. I'd grab that, grab my quilt and shit off of my bed, just lie across on this chair and the poufet, and wrap myself in my fucking quilt and stay up all night just fucking playing games like that.
Damn. Wow. Were you at least comfortable?
Fuck yes, I was comfortable. Dude, it was like a fucking makeshift bed. Oh, hey Dragon, how you doing, man? It was comfortable as a motherfucker. Enough that I did end up falling asleep like that many a times. To the detriment of the next day when I had to go to school.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, now I'm just reminiscing on fucking great gaming memories. Oh.
Channel very much, yes. ESPN NFL 2K5. I don't even remember what question we were gonna ask Dragon. No,
Yeah.
wait. I do actually.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, Dragon, I got a question for you. With, obviously, you've moved from doing this Say You Don't Play to doing some of my highlights. I got a question. With the move over, do you find that you're feeling more creative doing my highlights than This Is How You Don't Play? I'm just curious. It's related to a topic we were talking about earlier, and while you're talking about that, I've got another memory. Oh Jesus! So I was a kid, obviously. I'm still a kid, mentally sometimes. Was playing Street Fighter 2 in my bedroom. Then this is in the second house we ever lived in. I had this big giant, and I was a big Pokemon fan and everything, and I had this big giant teddy bear that my parents gave me, that was literally taller than me at the time. and big giant brown bear that I called Snorlax. I confirmed, I'd say. Yeah. But yeah, so big giant. I called him Snorlax. So I'm the playing Street Fighter on my SNES, and being the impressionable child that I am, I look at some of these moves. I look over to I look over to Snorlax. I look back at the screen. I look over to Snorlax. And to the recollection of my mother, her exact words, she heard a bunch of noise, like banging, coming from the floor upstairs. Her words, "The fuck is he doing up there?" She walks up and catches me trying to suplex the teddy bear. she just walks over, takes it from me, turns off the fucking TV, and then just walks me out of the room. I was a very active child, to say the least.
I think active's an understatement.
If anything, had some fun with this Say Don't Plays, but definitely enjoy editing your videos over this Say Don't Plays. See, now, that kind of... Hold on. Well, I can definitely say it's less stressful dealing with this content. It was more of a troll than doing... No, it's true. No, honestly, Dragon, that's kind of the point I was getting at earlier when I said that going into the mindset of doing this Say Don't Plays is, I feel like, should be changed. Like, yeah, you get all your ducks in the row and highlight the shit, but then you should take the approach of, how do I make this hilarious? How do I make this funnier? You know what I mean? Alright, well, I think I'm done reminiscing now, for God's sake. We've been talking for over 2.5 hours at this point. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it. Again, thank you to my beautiful co-host Aconius Games for sharing this time with me and just talking to shit.
No problem.
I'm glad you bought.
Always happy to do it.
Alright, well, I will see all of you guys next week for part 1 of the Let's Survive of Devil May Cry 4. So please, take care, everybody.